Hello and what is up everybody, it's Thunderbob here, and tonight we are checking out some Diablo 4. It's finally here after so long. It's been, what, 10 years since Diablo 3? And so far I've played through all of Act 1. This video is going to be that playthrough, basically post-character creation all the way through the end of Act 1. I will have another video for 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. until I beat the game. This video is not like me speed running, I'm not bypassing all the story. Like, this is going to be me watching the cinematics, paying attention to most of the dialogue. I'm not doing side quests on this playthrough. This is strictly going to be the main story. But if you want to see like all the cinematics, all the story, and I will be quiet during those moments, I will be giving commentary during the non-story moments, of course. I don't shut up, so I apologize about that. But if you want to check out the story, this is a decent way to do that. And I may later combine this all into one more coherent video, but it takes a long time to upload a video that size. So this is going to be broken down by acts. It'll be all in a playlist. If you want to jump ahead and check out a specific act, feel free to do so. And if you do like this video, please do like, subscribe, drop me a comment with your thoughts, and let's just go ahead and get started, people.
Sanctuary was never meant for humankind. It was forged as a refuge from the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battleground in this eternal conflict. A secretive group called the Haradrim has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was. And Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned to claim the hearts of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
I should find better shelter before I freeze.
Just checking my performance to start with here, and getting like 130-ish for the most part. A few dips here and there, especially between zone transfers. This is running at pretty much the highest settings. 3440 by 1440, and DLSS set to quality, though about halfway through I do turn off DLSS because I was running into some memory issues. With it off, I was actually getting more consistent performance. The really low points were not as low. Usually DLSS is so good, so I'm confused by that, but I'll do some more testing later. Yeah, we're gonna just jump right in and check out Act 1. I'm so excited to play this. Huge Diablo fan. And yeah, I'm gonna be focusing on the main quest and trying to be quiet during those moments so that we can pay attention.
He's a wild one.
What's it to you?
Oswin, hush. I'm sorry, Wanderer. You've come at a difficult time. This madman just stumbled into town and started causing trouble.
Demons spilling from the ruins. Kill us all! Kill us all!
Ruins? What is he talking about?
Come,
Yeah, what is it?
I'll explain.
Give me my first level so I can get our lady's so slow.
There is evil staring in the ruins to the north. That poor monk back there must have gone inside.
Hello.
Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
Give me that.
Could you protect us from whatever is out there? We have nowhere else to turn.
There is evil lurking in those ruins. I will drag it into the light of day.
Truly? Oh, thank you.
Sweet. This is the quickest way to level, I think, by far. I've been waiting to play this for so long. I was looking at the calculators a lot lately to figure out like what my starting build was going to be. And at least for leveling, I think Arc Flash, Chain Lightning is definitely probably the best way. And then from there, I've got a couple of different ideas of where I'm going to go. Perhaps Firewall, Hydra, like a burning build. Seems like it would be good for single targets and enemy, like world bosses, that sort of thing. This lightning build, I might try to run it as long as I can. Definitely seems good for like big groups of enemies. And then I'm also considering maybe Frozen Orb, Hydra. So like, I played around with that in the beta, and I feel like it got nerfed a little bit. Hydra definitely. But I think Chain Lightning may still be better than Frozen Orb. And if we're lucky, we'll get up to level 4 before the boss, so we get Chain Lightning. Definitely getting a little bit of lag at times. I'm sure there's a million people trying to log in. This is like 7:40 the day of release. And I'm like trying to get through Act 1 quickly, but I also want to see all of the story video. Like I watched it kind of in the beta, but I kind of want to like absorb the story and get it completely. So like, if you don't want that, you know, maybe a different video. This is going to be me going through the story, kind of taking my time. I'm going to be focusing on the main story and skipping, you know, most of the side content. and then I'll come back and do those side missions later, but this is going to be me trying to get through all of the act quests in a reasonable amount of time, you know, actually watching them. And this will probably be separated into one video for each act, and then maybe later I may edit it all into one longer video. I kind of haven't decided yet. If there's a demand for it, I definitely will. Arc Flash. I never actually started with it in the betas. I always tried Fire or Frost. It definitely, yeah. Look at that. I need like one more kill to get Chain Lightning. That's... I wonder if I could have gone back and killed one more dude. When he spawns out, I think I can get some experience, though. The reason I was thinking right-click was my... my dodge, not space. Pretty easy with Wheelchair Ball, and I started here because with the lower drop rates, I was finding it not really difficult, but a lot slower in the service land, and it made me think, like, it's probably not worth going to Wheelchair 2 to start with, until you're starting to, like, one-shot everything in World Tier 1, then I'll probably not. But it's like, I'm trying to see the story and level up as quick as I can. And actually going World Tier 1 is probably a faster way to do that. Nice. Less damage. And you really want to go through this as quick as you can. Let's see, I just want to compare. Yeah, the two-hander does more damage. The weapon is definitely the biggest component of your damage, so like always try to be upgrading your weapon. When you're like doing aspects, the weapon is probably the last thing you want to put an aspect in because you're probably upgrading it so frequently, especially like early on.
The old ruins are clear. Your town should be safe now.
Truly. Ha! By the light, you are heaven sent. Oh, I'm so sorry. We haven't any coin to offer. But we have hot stew, good company, and...
Stay for a pint.
Wash out the taste of the stew.
We'd be honored if you'd join us.
To our savior.
It just started pouring outside my window. I had to look. Came out of nowhere. I absolutely love this part. Like, it definitely sets the tone for the rest of the game.
By mother's blood. By mother's body. So, shall you witness her glory before you die. Not ready yet.
They're coming! The whole damned village! Get up! Get up! We have to fight our way out! There! Take them! May the light preserve us. Lost souls! For all of you!
Let's go ahead and pick up chain lightning. We'll make this much easier.
You are blessed like us now.
That was all of them. Light willing. Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and... What manner of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
They must have fed them to me.
A blasphemous ritual. How did they learn this? Perhaps the answer lies in the chapel. They kept it locked up for a reason. The key might be on that woman who was leading them.
But I've done this probably like 10 times now. Kind of know this beginning part by heart.
Blood petals. Like the ones I was fed. Is this real?
Shameful. Our Father has granted you a path to salvation. And yet, you stray from it at every opportunity. You drink and gamble. You covet and steal. Shameful.
Sin is their birthright. My children. The lords of hell are coming to devour our world. Salvation lies not in the light, but in you. The faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself. break the chains and discover who you were meant to be. Break the chains and be beautiful in sin.
Resist! Resist her temptation!
Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world.
Too much for that guy. This is pretty deranged.
They have awakened, Mother.
The first of many. Go to the dry steps and continue your preparations. Now, our true work begins.
You came to... You collapsed inside. I thought the darkness had swallowed you. I dragged you here and put this cursed place to the torch. What happened to you in there?
I saw a vision. A horned demon. She said the lords of hell are coming. She wanted to help the people survive.
Help them.
Yes. She called them her children. And they welcomed her like a mother.
Mother? No. It cannot be.
I must report to the cathedral. Listen, there is a hermit to the northeast. A man of questionable loyalty, but he knows of the forbidden. He might be useful to us. Bring him to the cathedral in Kyovashad, and you will be in the light's favor.
Okie dokie. I had to pause there briefly because my daughter decided she wanted to run around and record a video. So like I let her run around this area and kill some wolves. So I got a little bit of experience there. I just like cut it out of the video because it seemed kind of not something anyone would want to watch. She is 6, just turned 6. And is just starting to get into gaming. I gotta get this way. There is a... I think I already missed one of the Lilith statues, but I'm gonna have to come back through here for the sorcerer quest anyways. There's another one that's like down here-ish, but I'll get it on the sorcerer. It's kind of stupid also that they don't give you the waypoint here until you get to the main city, and then it unlocks like the waypoint system. Sorry if I was a little quiet in like the first couple minutes of the video. Like during the cinematics, I probably won't talk a lot. You know, I'm primarily wanting to enjoy the story and don't want to like interrupt it for anyone else either. But I also, my wife and daughter were in the other room doing a project, and now she's going to bed, so I can be louder. But you know, it's the joys of being a father. I love those enemies. It's like a human with a spiderling on it. Like, it's cool looking guy. I wish that you could just click on those instead of having to hit spacebar. It feels like a really awkward interaction the way they've got it. I've got a little cheat sheet next to me for the Lilith statues. I think there's one.
Road's blocked.
Maybe it's only
Should
accessible
clear up
from
when
the
the storm has
other
passed.
direction. You do want to pick up as many of these as you can as you're passing through because they're important for upgrading your potion. Like the mining things aren't as critical, but early on, get all the plants you can because you will definitely need them. I don't know if that actually makes you any faster by sprinting whenever it comes up. I kind of love that you just like go in this guy's house,
Is anyone here?
start poking around.
What are you hiding back here?
This is probably my favorite newly introduced character, even though he was in 3. I feel like, especially the narration he did for those lore videos is just amazing. If you haven't watched those, go watch the lore videos that Blizzard put out with this guy. They are spectacular.
If you're going to trespass into my home, rifle through my things, then at least have the decency to join me for supper. I'm bloody hungry. That's quite the story.
I wish it wasn't true, but it is. Why did I have that vision?
Thank those friendly villagers. They gave you the blood of Lilith.
The blood of a demon?
Not just any demon. The daughter of hatred. The mother of sanctuary. She was banished ages ago. But this world is her creation. It was prophesied she would come back.
What does she want?
That's the question. Sanctuary has always been trapped amid the eternal conflict. A war between angels and demons. But Lilith serves neither side. She has her own plans for us.
And me? Am I corrupted?
Not sure yet. But you two share a connection. What will you do about it?
Use it. Find out what she's after.
Good. Then we're in this together. Rest while you can. Then we'll start in Kyovashad. If we can't stop Lilith, we'll all be damned.
Keep hitting S for the skills. Okay. So we have another skill point. I'm going to go ahead and bump it here. We're going to go down and we're going to go get this one that increased damage when it bounces off you. That does a lot of damage for single targets because it's like you can bounce 5 times and it bounces off you. So if you're fighting one guy like a boss, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You get 3 hits that each of those bounces back to you is a big increase in damage. So it's one of the reasons Chain Lightning is both a good AoE ability but also a really, really good single target attack. And I think now you can go and get, there's like a Lilith statue up here if I remember right.
This close to the city. Lilith's evil is spreading.
Chain Lightning is so cool. Thought that over here, I think there's a Lilith here, if I'm not mistaken. I've got a cheat sheet that's like, here is the optimal path to grab them all, and I'll probably, after I get my mount, go back through all these areas. Did I miss it? I can't remember now where it was. Alright, well, we're gonna keep it. I'm gonna come back through and get all the little statues I missed. Want to get my mount at whatever 30. I think you get around level 30. And I might bump up the difficulty, because right now I'm definitely slaughtering with chain lightning. I mean, you're not quite one-shotting. That's the stage where you definitely would benefit from... I gotta get back down. Click.
The angel Inarius. I'm sure you've heard the Cathedral of Light babbling. Well, he's real. An angel walks among us, and when he learns that Lilith is here, blood will flow. They are ancient enemies. They'll drag the whole damn world into their feud, unless we can stop it.
I don't
Let's
feel
not
like
linger. Kyovashad lies just ahead.
Inarius is an asshole. Like, from what we know in the lore, and going through Act 1, like, Lilith isn't necessarily a good person, but she seems to be the only person in this conflict who actually cares about humanity, like she sees us as her children. Whereas Inarius, like,
to
wants
enter
to, I don't
Kyovashad,
know.
you must perform a cleansing ritual. Meaningless gesture, but some people take comfort in it.
How dare you?
Just let him through, lad. I've tried for years to get Lorath to do the ritual.
Fine, but this one stays.
I'll meet you inside.
Take a piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine and inscribe
I
it
kind of
with
like
the
these
seal
little, like,
which troubles you.
meaningless, like,
Then cast it
you know,
into
there's not a lot of
the
gameplay to it, but it adds a little bit of something to the world and the atmosphere and the story and everything. Like these little moments. And you know, you'll have to do it once because you can skip the story on your other characters.
You must feel as though a great weight has been lifted from you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Kyovashad.
You know, not that much weight. Pay off my mortgage and we'll see.
So, what did you write on that piece of wood? I'm off to the dry steppes in search of that pale man from your vision. I must know what part he plays in all this. But first, I need you to retrieve something of mine while I finish my negotiations. A merchant in the center of the city has it. Just tell him I sent you.
Radio.
The cathedral loves to go on about him. His imprisonment in hell, his valiant escape, his glorious... But they never mention how being tortured in hell for a few millennia turned you into an ass.
Hey, you said it, not me. But
Tattoos,
totally
swipe
agree,
back,
that guy's a dick.
cloudy eyes. This poor thing is practically crumbling.
And now I think this is the moment. Yeah, you could run all the way back and get that other waypoint if you know, so inclined. I'm gonna have to do that when I get to 15 anyway, so.
Ah, so the old man's finally decided to buy it back. Knowing him, he didn't mention coin. If he wants his weapon... Wait. The old man sold me this too. Said he didn't need it anymore, but I think he'd want it back.
I'm definitely gonna watch all the videos. Kind of the meaningless text that I've seen a couple times I'm gonna skip. Or, like, you know, go through a little faster.
He also gave me this amulet. What is it?
The mark of the Haradrim. An ancient order of scholars and mages, sworn to protect Sanctuary from demons. These days, we are few in number. There is another Haradrim, Donan. His breadth of knowledge about demons is equal only to his hubris.
Sounds like he could help us.
But don't forget about the cathedral. They'll be...
You're not...
Join me when you can, just be careful. Your ties to Lilith, the visions you see, you are the key to finding her and stopping whatever she has planned.
Right, bro. Flora, you better not die.
Sometimes our paths in life are set to collide. We just don't know it.
He's basically the new Deckard.
Whether it is by accident or fate's hand, there is nothing we can do about it. The wanderer lost in the storm, fed the blood of Lilith, saved by a lone monk. Different lives and incidents drawn together. By what? Destiny? Or some greater power pulling the strings? I did not know. But at the time, I thought I had the chance to protect humanity from the daughter of hatred. The Wanderer's connection to her gave me hope. Imagine that.
It's interesting that most of his narration is talking about this as this is after the fact. Like he's talking about things that happened in the past. So I wonder if there's some framing device, this is all a story he's telling kind of thing. And now we are in the open world. The players, we can pick up missions, we can, do all kinds of stuff. Do I should probably sell some junk? I'm kind of unsure if I should be selling or if I should be breaking stuff down. I know I'm going to want to be upgrading stuff.
Nice.
But at the same time, you also need gold, so I don't know. If anyone's got thoughts on, at this stage, probably doesn't matter that much, but later when you get things that are selling for a lot more, probably.
Yes, well, Bozan has... Perhaps.
I'm just going to pick up the quests while I'm here, but I'm going to be focusing on the main story. There's so many missions. I really want... I could, from my understanding, jump to a different act. I think you can do this stuff in any order. So it says level 10, level 15. I think you could just go to that area, even though it says red. Maybe it would be harder, but my understanding was everything scaled to you.
The new militia recruits have been training.
Yeah, this one's easy. I'm just going to do this real quick for the screen. What was I supposed to cheer them on?
Impressive.
What do they want me to do?
That was not bad.
Thanks. I hope...
We are going to focus on this quest. We gotta go to the Cathedral Light, talk to the lady, the nice lady. I think I made my guy's hair too light. It looked a little darker. I don't really want to start over again. He's going to be wearing a helm almost certainly, but I've got blood red tattoos all over his body, and then he's got this douchey blonde hair. It's not quite. Should have gone with a white or a dark, but well, too late.
We were born in sin, children of darkness. But the Father's light can be sought through penitence and faith. Walk in the light.
We must be ever vigilant against sin, brother.
Yes, Reverend Mother.
Let the light of Inarius burn away wickedness. Let not temptation lead you from his holy radiance. Let righteousness sear away corruption and sin. Cast out thy darkness, for only light must remain.
Cast out thine darkness, for only light must remain.
Is this the one from the west?
Yes, Reverend Mother. Did Lorath not accompany you?
He sent me on without him.
Putting faith in that old man was a mistake. What could possibly be of greater import?
Lilith.
So, You know. We have received word from one of our knights of a demon sighting in Gale Valley. The description matches too closely to the sighting in Nevesk. If you would travel to Yelesna and take stock of events there, you would have the gratitude of the Cathedral of Light. I had thought to send Lorath, but...
Again, he fails in his duty.
With or without Lorath, the will of Inarius shall be done.
Let's do this thing.
Take the knight's report before you go.
Reverend Mother, I received a report of a potential demon sighting. Horned woman near Yelesna Mines. Performed routine inspection. Nothing yet. Sent in priest and escort of knights. We'll report in when we find something.
I don't know if you know that, but you can right-click anywhere, and they will give you like this guided breadcrumb trail kind of path. Because if you don't do that, it doesn't show it. Like it'll show on minimap, the tracker on your minimap for your end goal, but it won't show you the kind of optimal path. Though I don't know how optimal this really is. I remember playing Diablo Immortal, which had a similar feature, and it even like you could set that path and then auto walk there, and sometimes the path it would take was like crazy out of the way, like some really dumb AI moves. But I think here it works reasonably well. And I'm just going to grab the side quests as I'm going, so I'll probably jump in and do this later. Nice. Right. I'll probably put another point in Chain Lightning, and then I'll bounce down here, and we shall get a couple of defensive skills. I do have the game like basically maxed out. I do have DLSS running though in quality mode, but otherwise I'm doing a defense over here. We got it pretty much maxed out. I kind of find it sucky the way they're doing the early access, like how much you have to pay for it. It just feels really scummy, and I know I'm paying for it, so I'm part of the problem. But I don't know. It's just it doesn't feel.
I lack the needed mana.
Like I have lots of money not to drag or anything. Like it's not. The money's not, much of an issue for me, but
I lack the needed mana.
It just feels like a really scummy thing. Like if I was hard up and like I couldn't play because of that, I'd be kind of pissed off.
Out of mana once again.
Those obols, very good. Like, hold on to a bunch of them, and then couple strike chance. Burn them all in at once. What are these things? Is that part of the thing? Was I supposed to be collecting those? Talking too much. Getting some major FPS drops there, so I just adjusted my settings just a little bit. I'm not sure if that's server lag, compounding things, but like my memory isn't too bad. I got a 10 gig, 3080, 10700K. You can see I've got some memory left over. Temperatures are fine. It's not an overheating problem. It's like usually I'm above 100 and then suddenly I'll like... And that happened a little bit in the beta too, though. In the server slam, it was mostly better. And I probably will put 1 point into Fireball so that when I get to 15, I am able to use the Fireball enchantment, which is just badass. Like, every time you kill something, it explodes in a Fireball that does 50% normal damage, so, like, a huge amount of extra damage. Every guy that dies, like, just ricochets this explosion across the screen, and when those guys explode, kills another guy, and that guy explodes, and, like, I think for leveling, it's probably the top enchantment. The Chain Lightning one is also good for this build, but I think the Fireball one is probably the best. And I had an issue where I kept forgetting to click on the waypoints. I don't know why that is, but I'm like trying to be very like goddamn waypoint.
I provide a steady supply of, shall we say, specimens.
She wants me to go get some things from those dead guys.
What do you need?
Prava sent me. I'm looking for Vigo.
Vigo the Carpathian.
You and that nuisance of a child both. Girl's been nagging us about a demon woman all week. Vigo's gone, looking into her claims. He should be at the mining camp north of here. Whole escort of knights went missing there last week, along with the girl's mother and another woman. Watch yourself out there.
I was expecting Vigo to turn into like a bad guy or like just be an asshole. So the way they introduce him, he seems just kind of crappy. And then he ended up being like my favorite character from the beginning of the game. He's got like a good redemption arc, and like, no spoilers if you haven't played through the beta, but how things turn out are just pretty amazing. Performance, like, lag-wise, hasn't been too terrible. I've had like 1 or 2 little hiccups. When I first started, right around 7, I attacked a couple wolves at that beginning area that was just like, it went through like 10 seconds late, it felt like. But like right now it feels fine. I don't know if it's just not as many people in this area or just lucky. But I need 3 more of those things I should probably do. Need a better weapon already. Hitting that damage. Like, as you level up, the enemies are all leveling kind of at the same pace you are. So if you're not replacing your gear like basically as fast as the enemies are leveling, you kind of start to feel... I talked about this a little bit in my beta video when I was kind of giving my final thoughts. You start having kind of like diminishing returns. Like, you're not... Your levels alone aren't going to overcome the enemies leveling up with you. You need to get gear, have a good build, all that stuff.
More strangers in the camp.
Vigo.
Are you Vigo? I was sent.
know what I saw. She had horns like a beast, strode right past where you stand. To think my mother's trapped in there with her. You let my mother through, sir. Shouldn't you be responsible for her safety?
But we have soldiers stationed inside.
You should be worried about them, too. Maybe you can help me.
She did.
The horned woman is the demon Lilith.
No, that can't be. My mother taught me that name. You speak of the daughter of hatred.
Did Frava mention me? She wasn't angry, was she?
There's more than your job at stake here.
Come on. Let's get this over with. The damn hoist is stuck. We've got to go on foot.
Let's do this.
Look out!
I lack the needed mana.
Hey, that's my mother's charm on your wrist.
It's mine now, girl. She gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass through.
I thought they were going to say that back. I was like waiting for something to happen. I love like when the lightning like bump, 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 bump. It just looks cool. I actually think the look of the effect though in Diablo 2 Resurrected is a little bit better.
Maybe we should go back. Round up the knights.
And leave my mother in Lilith's care for as long as that will take? No.
Yep. No?
I'm going on.
Perfect.
Out of mana once again.
And it's got a little more damage, crowd control, and intelligence. Though that other one's 10% basic skill damage, so I don't know, at this level, probably that's better than the 10%, because Chain Lightning is core, not basic. And Chain Lightning should be doing most of my damage.
I'm out of mana. Beams are too damn old. Shaking like leaves.
Good old. I love teleport, even though it's got a longer cooldown
What
here.
would draw Lilith here?
Hell if I know. Prava doesn't tell us anything. No one goes in, nothing comes out. That's all. No lift. The jam must be deeper down.
Locked.
Over here. I can squeeze through to the other side.
But
All right.
hold on. And there she goes. Enemies approaching. Nowhere to go.
Let's fight.
Coming to us this time.
out of mana once again.
I've got it!
That was quick thinking.
Sure.
Why would your mother leave you like that?
She wouldn't. Or she shouldn't have.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure
kind
she
of
had good reason.
bad parenting. Kind of reminds me of Leah. Like, I wonder if she's going to play that kind of part. Not that she's going to turn into, spoilers, Diablo. But, will she have kind of that, like, role, the young, story-driving character? I do wish, as you leveled up Chain Lightning, that the number of hits went up. Like,
I need time to prepare that.
I guess if I said debris, that's never happened. Like, once I get the enchantment, it'll slot in the entire screen all the time.
Not dying here.
But right now, it's like the 5 bounces.
Over there. An opening.
I wish it would go up, so like level 1 is 5, 6, 7, or even if it was like every other, and you ended up with like 8 hits would be great.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, we gotta talk to him back here. I'm like waiting up there, like, you guys are going really slow.
The tunnel's closed. Where?
Look, there she is.
Yeah. Just trying to look at this ring. Fire damage, crit chance, damage to close enemies.
That statue. It's her. The way I saw her.
Lilith.
We need to find my mother.
I cannot teleport down there, I had to try. That's one thing is, sometimes you can teleport through walls or through certain like terrain level differences, and other times you just can't, and I mean it's just gonna take some time to figure it all out, but there's definitely places where I'm like,
over there, the hoist.
I think I should be able to teleport through there, and I can't.
At last. Slain. What happened? We need reinforcements.
No, we can
What was that?
It came from beyond the gate.
The escort. They're all dead. Over
Not
there.
this dude. Brendan, he made it.
A woman. Vigo. It was one of the women you sent. Only... she wasn't human. She was... a demon. Like the statue. Claims she mothered sanctuary. It was a damn bloodbath.
The other woman, Venard. Where is she?
She begged for her life. Lilith spared her. Let her deeper in. Give up, girl. She's lost. Vigo, you must listen. Steel did nothing. Spells, prayers, all useless. Go to Corval. Tell Plow. Raise the army. The father. Evil itself. Locks sanctuary.
He is dead.
I'm done for. Your mother told me this trinket would bring good fortune.
She bribed you with it, didn't she? But it's not too late.
Not by me. Not anymore.
You're leaving us? Abandoning her?
There's nothing left to abandon. She's good as dead. I'm sorry, kid.
He really just left us. It's up to us now.
That's the part I was like, Vigo's gonna turn out to be a bad guy, isn't he? He's gonna go back and blame it on her or something. And then they ended up doing, like, not what I expected at all.
Be too far.
What is this?
How your mind races. Yes, I am Lilith, mother of sanctuary.
Daughter of hatred.
I have what you seek. You hunger for knowledge. You dragged your child all over sanctuary in pursuit of it.
No, I taught her how to survive.
Is that what you want to believe?
Everything I've read has warned me against you.
You've read so much.
I don't know. Will you let me try? I want to try.
Your mother is...
How can you be sure? What? How?
Lilith's petals. Her blood was fed to me once.
I wonder if he's gonna get the taste for blood. We've been watching Yellow Jacket
Out of mana
for almost through season 2. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of cannibalism in that show. I think that's the point of it. It's like the depths people will go to when they're hungry and like away from civilization, how quickly our morals crumble. It's a good show though. I don't know why I'm picking white items. I guess it's a wand, it's a weapon. Like, hoping I went the wrong way, didn't I? I did this last time too. I'm pretty sure I'm like underneath the ground or something. Let's see if I can teleport out. I did not have that ever happen in the beta. So they don't feel like slogging all the way back there on foot. And I can't teleport out. God dang it. I can't just like leave the dungeon. I guess
I need time to
teleporting back. That's so stupid. Is there any kind of like stuff? I don't think there is. Alright, well I'm gonna cut the video and I'll pick back up where I left off. That was really annoying. There, and I'm back where I left off. That was annoying. I did level up.
out of mana.
I did not have that happen at all in the beta, and the Source is the class that I definitely played the most. So that's very very odd. It's not like a new bug that got introduced. Oh, by the way, it's Source, not Sork. Anyone who says Sork, I hate it. Only from someone that played Diablo 2, and when me and my friends played, it was always Source. Because it's not a Sorceress, it's a Sorceress. But it's short. Wait, I gotta go down here. I hit teleport again, not thinking about it, but I gotta be careful, I guess, in here.
Oh, there.
So curious. You are eager to know why you were spared.
Yes.
Do you have faith in me?
I want to.
Good. For now, all you need know is that we are going to meet my son.
Rathma, the first necromancer.
He is that, and more. He is the key to my plans.
It sounds like they're searching for Lilith's son, Rathma. Together.
Mother, what are you thinking?
I'm still like not 100% sure if Lilith is like really a bad person, or like is it like the end, you know, just for the kind of situation. Like she does some bad things, but like when you think about the angels and the demons, like all the demons other than her just straight up want to wipe out all of humanity. So I think she's made it pretty clear that's not her end goal, unless like she's just lying, which, you know, the demon, maybe she is. And then the angels like either want to wipe us out, want to ignore us, want to enslave us. Like even Inarius, like this whole religion thing seems like a cult. Like they're all just worshiping him like he's a god. And I don't know, he just comes off as a douchebag. The only good angel was Tyrael. Thought that was lightning damage. I'm like, hell yeah! It was. I'd like to see things go down.
Blocked again. Does Lilith know we're coming?
I don't even think that thing attacked me. It didn't drop anything though.
You've mastered your fear, but I still sense your pain. You miss your daughter.
My magpie. She's scared right now. She must be.
Go. Or stay. It is time to choose.
I trained her well. She's a good kid. Strong.
You've chosen well. To reach Rathma, we will need to cross a lake at the bottom of these ruins.
As you wish.
Good.
What did you see this time?
Lilith plans to teach your mother a ritual. One that needs blood. Your mother seemed receptive.
We have to reach them.
I've got about, I don't know, 3 to 4 hours to play tonight. You know, the game came out at 7. I didn't get to really start until about 8 to get my daughter to sleep and everything. And then I do have to get up with her tomorrow to get her ready for school, so I'll probably be going to bed by like 12 or 1 at the latest tonight. So I'm hoping to beat Act 1, probably hopefully get through Act 2 at least, and then pick it up tomorrow morning around 8 a.m. And I do have all day off tomorrow. Nice, so I'll have... I hope to beat the story tomorrow. That would be nice. Like, I'm kind of rushing through the main story, and then I can pick the side quests as I want. I'm not going to stream like my entire playthrough, because I'm going to be playing on the Steam Deck also. Yeah. But this will at least like be all the main story beats until I beat the game, and then I'll probably more like do like you know, refresher videos. Here's where I'm at. I'm level 30, I'm level 50, I'm going into next work, that kind of thing. Any cool stuff I find along the way, any insightful guide videos or whatnot.
Wait.
I had to pause there for a minute to say goodnight to the wife. Alright, so I got teleport, I got a point in Frost Nova. Frost Nova I don't like as much now that it's got such a high cooldown, but the vulnerable it adds is really nice. And like with this build, most of your damage, like most of your mana is going towards Chain Lightning. I feel like it doesn't ice more damage. Doesn't make a lot of sense to like put it into maybe I'd go for Hydra. Like right now, Arc Lash, Chain Lightning, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then probably Unstable Currents is my 5th skill. Gonna kind of ignore that tree, well, other than Unstable Currents and that tree, but I may end up, if leveling, if I don't need the protection, if I don't need the vulnerable, going to Hydra instead of Frost Nova. We'll see, but it's kind of the direction I'm going in right now. But I might as well go down to the vulnerable, because I'll need to spend 1 more point. And then, yeah, we'll get there. It also lowers the cooldown a little bit on Frost Nova. At least down to 21 seconds. As long as you hit enough enemies, which generally you do.
This barrier. It looks like the same kind of magic as before. I think I can dispel it.
Finding a new weapon definitely makes a difference with your damage.
Yes, I did it.
Is that the butcher? Kind of sounded like him with the chain.
Not enough blood. Never enough blood. I will follow you to the ends of Sanctuary, Mother.
There she is.
Mother? Neyrelle? You're just in time. Beyond this lake lies the necropolis of the Firstborn. A trove of magic and knowledge. I opened the way for Lilith, but I could not pass through with her. I lack divine element, you see.
Stop.
But I can find it. I'm so close. I simply need...
Mother, stop! Look at what Lilith has done to you. You're writing in your own blood.
My little magpie. She awakened me. She showed me things I can't even put into words. Once I've finished, you will understand.
I don't care what she showed you. Please, let's just get out of here.
Oh, I see. Yes, clever magpie. Trying to lead me away so you can take all this for yourself. Hmm? This is my discovery, not yours. I will finish these runes with your blood!
Oh, you must stop this!
Look at the gifts she's given me.
Mother, no!
You won't take what's mine.
I like Frozen Orb a lot, but there were definitely situations where it was a lot more situational. Like when you got enemies that you need to hit that are far away from each other like this, Frozen Orbs suck because you'd have to focus on one, whereas here, your Chain Lightning will bounce like really far between them. And then, like the damage Frozen Orb deals, it's around like 40% on the shards, 40% on the explosions, about 80%. Whereas, you know, Chain Lightning's doing close to like 50% per bounce, and on a single target it'll do 3 bounces. So it's doing 150% damage compared to, you know, like the 80% that you're getting from Frost Nova. Like, I feel like Frost Nova could use a little bit of a buff, but maybe there's items that augment it later. Sorry about your mom.
You were protecting me. I don't want to hate you. I'm trying. I really am. We're going to make Lilith pay for what she's done. So we need blessed blood. My mother started this dam.
Why there?
The Haradrim hid a vault there. Finding it was her life's work. Maybe it will help with the ritual. If not, at least I can bury her where she'd want. I need time.
Back to town we go. And I got a rare. Less damage though, but I could use an offhand. Yeah, so with the offhand that's a little bit better. Plus it's got critical strike damage, damage to stunned enemies, which I'm stunning a little bit, all stats. Damage to close enemies, it's not too bad. Alright, let's go back to town. Not making bad time. I'm definitely taking longer. In the beta, I got through all of Act 1 in, I don't know, a little under 2 hours, which I know is not like an amazing time, but my dude just like moonwalked there for a second.
Let's have a look at you. Look.
I got these side quests I can knock out real quick. It's probably not worth it to upgrade like a bunch of items right now. Like I think like, your weapon's not a bad, but you also replace your weapon so fast. It's kind of feel like it's not super worth it. We'll go do the potion quest over here. I should have done this to get the elixir.
Well, you certainly
I hope so.
I am not. Kettle's hot. What do you want?
Two of them. That'll give me at least a little bonus experience for 30 minutes, which is nice. That's something I should have mentioned early on. That's a good thing to do right off the bat. And that's all my side missions. At 15, I'll get the quest for my enchantment, which definitely you want to do right away. And all these side quests will do as we progress. And also, I was wanting to look. This was not in the beta at all.
Laid before you is the bounty of history.
That was kind of cool. It's also cool that you have to pay. I think this is like that equals out to like $28. Now these are just cosmetics. They're not actual items. But like you want your guy to look like that necromancer. You gotta pay. You gotta pay real money. It's really stupid. Why is there? Oh, I thought that was just necro. So there's looks like there's like 3 sets for each class.
Interesting choice.
And yeah, there's $100. Will get you 10,000 plus 1,500 free. Why wouldn't you do that? Crypt Hunter. I thought you got your stuff for pre-ordering in here. I'm not completely sure where they. Maybe they're in the bank. In your chest. Yeah, I got no idea. Oh, can I still change my shitty hair? Oh, I didn't know you could change your headstone. That's weird. You can change your markings, your marking colors, your jewelry, your makeup, but not my hair. Alright, we'll just live with it. I still haven't found a hat. Yeah, that's fine.
See that the kitchen is ready for tomorrow's service. Angels above, you've returned. The Reverend Mother will want to hear of this, but she's away at Corvalar. Everything is...
Now I gotta go way over here. So Act 1, I'm thinking that's the Act 2 quest, Act 3. And then I'm thinking Act 4 and Act 5. I think there's 5 acts. We have barely touched the surface here, but I've read the main story is about 10 hours, like if you're kind of skipping the side stuff, which is primarily what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to rush through the story because I want to see the main story, and then I'm going to go back and do a lot of the side stuff, but I'm really trying to get like as concise of a video of the main story and campaign as I can. Wish I had a horse. It takes a long time to run. I think there was a statue of Lilith right up here I should grab. I'm like gonna try to get them as I'm going and they're not out of the way.
What is this?
There we go. I think there is another one. Here's a dungeon, which I will probably go back to. I'm looking at a little cheat sheet. I think the statue of Lilith is like down here. I can talk to him, but I won't do the quest until I get closer.
Carefully. I haven't much time. He rose.
Yeah, I think that's the quest for that dungeon up there, if I remember right. Here's a little event I'll do real quick. Yeah, I think you have to kill enough guys near each of these siphons, right? Alright, one down. I don't know if it's time to do all three of them though. Two down. Oh, okay. Damn. And my first legendary! Woo, woo, woo! Deal 30% increased damage while you have a barrier active. And it's way more damage. Critical strike damage, damage over time, damage to crowd controlled, and a lot of basic skill damage. It's not too bad, not too shabby. Well, that should help a little bit. It's two-hander though. Wish it was one-hander so I could choose an offhand. That should last me at least a little while, and then I can break it down later for that aspect if I want. You know what I forgot to do? This is something you should definitely do. Advanced. Now it shows me the range. That's literally the worst percentage I could have gotten on that, so it's probably not really worth it to break it down, but we'll see. And I don't have anything giving me a barrier, though I might switch from Frost Nova to Ice Armor, or maybe use both. Because I'm not going to get Unstable Currents until way down here, and I'm just like wasting skill slot. Yeah, so I'll probably skill 1, skill 2, 3, 4, 5, Unstable Currents 6. And then I could always swap in Hydra for one of those, but they'll give me a 30% damage bonus whenever I get Ice Armor up, which is kind of nice. You can also take this one, which gives you a barrier whenever you use a cooldown. So I would get 2 seconds barrier basically anytime I used any of my cooldown abilities, which isn't like a huge amount of time, but when I've got Ice Shield also, it definitely, especially if you can situationally use those barriers. Of course, I'll probably be replacing that, you know, in like 30 minutes. Like the rate that you find new items, especially early on. I think... yeah, here it is. And that gave me 2 strength, which is kind of pointless. But I got the skill point, so go ahead and we'll grab Ice Armor. And we'll get back to that quest. So whenever I use Ice Armor, I will get 30% increased damage. That's a cool bonus. And it's got a 20-second cooldown and lasts 6 seconds, so... yep, can't do it. That's one of those things where it's like, I feel like I should be able to teleport from there to there, but the game's like, nah man, that's not my thing. Teleporting across small variances in height, not allowed. You're a sorcerer. You're not a miracle worker. I like this where it shows you the breadcrumb trail, because otherwise I would be hitting M like constantly. My Arc Lash actually might be doing more damage than my... because this is giving me 19% on my basic skill. I think I had another item that was giving me some basic as well. Very likely my Arc Lash might be doing more damage than my Chain Lightning. I mean, when you don't consider the bounce. Look at all those rares. My luck is like pretty good right now. Did I already replace that legendary? Not quite. Let's just see with an offhand. No, that was the one. No, so the legendary's got better stats for the most part. Yeah, as I'm leveling, I'm definitely gonna try to hold on to a few like good weapons, because I think those are most critical. So like holding on to some items for other characters, I feel like is a good idea. And it might be worth it to bump the difficulty up here. Like, I'm kind of one-shotting everything right now. I did not mean to click on that. I guess I'm going down there. It's just one of these little cellar things. I already loaded in, I might as well clear it. Legendaries. Daddy needs a new pair of pants. I
need time to
I hate
prepare
that if you're full on your healing potions and your health is low, you don't just use it if there's one on the ground. Like, I think it should just pop it. Does that make sense to anyone else? I feel like eventually they'll change that. So there's a vent right over here, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn this down. And then I gotta go cleanse myself.
Reverend Mother Prava expects me.
Open the gates!
What's up, Vigo?
You were good soldiers. Worked hard. Fought hard. Drank hard too. Brothers. Sisters. I hope you find peace in these flames.
Vigo? What are you doing here?
So you lived. I came clean to Prava. About taking that woman's bribe. It's looking bad. My ass is on the line. Might not have a job when she's done with me. Hey, you're here for her, right? Let's go together. Maybe she'll go easy on me if you're there.
I think not, Vigo.
Not many could bear your sins.
You done messed up. I'm reading that the rewards for the deluxe edition and like your, I think your stuff for the beta, like Ashaba's whatever, doesn't come until next week with the full release.
Good luck.
Have the new watch commander replace the forces we lost at the mine. So, you've returned. Vigo here tells me you were braver than he.
Yep, that's right. He's
First,
a jerk.
You will be made worthy of a blessing. A holy war cannot be won with faithless troops. Make no mistake, this war is holy. Lilith has brought the eternal conflict to Sanctuary, and Inarius will deliver us as writ in prophecy. Until then, we have our parts to play. Make a pilgrimage to the Alabaster Monastery. Cleanse your spirit. Then we may discuss a blessing.
May as well make myself useful. Come by the ruins, south of here.
And okay. I was like, I don't want to leave, and then the quest hadn't updated, and I gotta run back. Like, just update. Just go. From here, do I want to get the Mystical Frost Nova? Yeah, I guess the vulnerability is worth it. It's like a 20% damage increase at least. I might even have some... Let's tap. Nope, it's 20%. That's still a 20% damage buff to everything. For 6 seconds on bosses. That's nothing to be ignoring. Watch that. They just pop like popcorn. I really don't want to fall through the ground again.
Hail.
Hail Hydra.
There's a shrine west of here. Bears a rail.
Yeah, I know. I did this part so many times. I was having an issue where I was crashing, like on the first beta, at this part for some reason. There's like a specific chest, actually, I seemed to disconnect or crash. So I did this part like 7 times. Hey, I could teleport there. Are these all people that came out here on a pilgrimage and froze to death? Like, it seems like the church sanctioning that when this is like a post-apocalyptic kind of story where almost everyone's dead. It just seems like, like a bad thing.
Beyond the reach of the light, lift your sins, breathe deep the cold air. The path to redemption lies before you.
This part I always forget. Like, you click on it and then you go into the next thing. But there are times where like I went too fast and I missed the next click, and I just screwed up my teleport there.
Sting of your wounds. Let the ice into your bones. Welcome your pain. For the agony of the flesh is the first cleansing of the soul. Make your faith stronger than any hurt.
I need time to prepare that.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good damage now. I'm getting this set up.
Look at the mountains towering over you. Feel how small you are. Embrace humility. Accept your place in worship to the Father, for he has shown us the way.
I don't know, he seems kind of jerky to me. I think there's a big guy here, so I gotta be ready for it. Again, grab all the plants you can early on for those potion upgrades.
The end nears, pilgrim. Look into yourself. Find your faith. Feel how it fills the void within you. Remember, you are nothing without faith. Hold fast to the light. And remember.
Remember the reactor, Quaid. The reactor. Sorry, I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. I just watch Total Recall. Never seen it.
So I like playing cards. Doesn't make me a sinner. But that bribe. Good soldiers died on account of what I did. Is that the kind of man I am? The kind I'll always be. Damn it. I'm praying. Why isn't this working? You made it. That makes one of us at least.
You heard from Prava?
I will, soon. But enough about that. You're about to meet Father Inarius himself. Not everyone comes back, you know. You'd better. I owe you a stiff drink.
And there's like a waypoint over here I forgot to grab. I'll get it on the way back. This is a really cool cinematic too.
Kneel before him, and remember, you are small, wonderfully small.
For some reason it reminds me of, I think it's History of the World, where it's like, remember, you are not worthy. It's like a cult of personality around Inarius. It feels very, I don't know. I love all this stuff. Like, father of mankind, except Lilith is the mother. I feel like he leaves that part out of the history he tells his followers.
This is how you choose to approach me.
Forgive this intrusion, but...
Tell me what you need.
I must traverse the Black Lake, and that cannot be done without your blessing.
If I've learned anything during my time here, it is that what we're looking for, and what we need, are rarely the same thing. I once thought I could find an end to this war, but there has been no resolution, only more pain. Everything I've done has pulled me further from home, from the place I need to be. This world we made was born from the impossible, and yet, like its creators, it rots from the inside.
I don't... Lilith has entered the ancient city. With your blessing, I can pursue her.
Your kind are weak, and this world has been wasted on the crusades of the unworthy.
I can stop her.
This audience is concluded.
Back to Korvala.
Like I said, kind of a douchebag. Yeah, let's leave dungeon out of here. I was checking, and I think the highest level in the world right now is like level 26, at least on like the major Twitch streams. I think I'm at... I hit 15, 16. Oh, 12. 12. Yeah, I did start late, and I had to stop for the daughter, so that's my excuse. And I think there is a Lilith statue right around that corner here. Right around there. Get some crazy lag there. It's like so weird. That huge spike. I don't know what's causing that sometimes. Miss it? I thought it was like, oh, I walked right by it. 2 more strength. That's not really useful for this class. There's also one I think I passed right there. I'll grab the waypoint while I'm out here too. I'm gonna get a little cheat sheet up. I don't have all these memorized. I remembered a few of them, but I've only gone through this, I don't know, 3 or 4 times. It's hard to remember all of them. Intelligence, nice. And then there is a waypoint. I think it's like up here. Then we'll go turn this quest in, and then we'll go do the other part, and then we'll go fight the spawn of Lilith, and we're done with Act 1, almost. Part of, I think, the people who are rushing through to level 100, they're probably not doing the story. Like, they're probably just going to a dungeon. I didn't really do these quests in the betas either, so I will probably come back and kind of go through this area.
We display these trophies to honor the ancients and guide.
I will handle.
I think I try to make it through up here. And actually, there is a statue. It'll be up this way. I need to get some of these silent keys. I'm not like going out of my way to grab all these, but the ones that like are on my path I'm definitely trying to hit. I do have a quest for that dungeon right there. I wonder if I can do it while I'm here. Dexterity. I go ahead and do this dungeon real quick. What does it give me? Necromancer only. But there's a quest associated with it. You know what? I'll come back. I'm gonna do all these side quests later. I really want to get through the main story. I was making sure I clicked on that waypoint. I have like a bad tendency to think like walking over them gets it, and I just completely bypassed. Like that in the beta, I did that one guy, and one of my characters like went through and didn't get a waypoint, and I had to run all the way back. Yeah. Is there a limit to how many quests I can hold?
An outsider. He can.
Really not sure. I do plan on coming back and doing those to get the renown.
Blessed are those who bask in the light. Let our faith be our armor against the encroaching darkness.
The extra damage for points. This is also a really good 1-point wonder. Actually, not that one. This is a really good 1-point wonder, especially for like the world bosses.
Ah, you've returned. Come. Let us speak inside, out of the cold.
I wish there was a way to, like, speed them up sometime. The mana regen's not bad either.
Yet you stand before our victim.
But I kind of just want to get to the point where I'm one-shotting everything. So now I need to go and do this one, which is here. And then probably by the time I'm done with this, I'll be able to do the sorcerer quest. Do I need to sell anything while I'm down? See. I break stuff down too.
Could salvage that.
Sorry, just click that. Is there a treasure goblin? I just thought about that. There's like a trail of gold. Maybe not. I've been getting lucky on these chests. Like, in the beta, I was feeling like I really didn't get much from them, but I'm getting a lot of rares. Maybe not a lot, but a decent amount.
There's something strange going on here. Nera must be nearby.
I think I missed a little statue down there, but it's alright. I am finding this build a lot easier going than the frozen orb build I was running in the beta. I don't know if it's like I'm getting better drops or like I feel like that build works in certain scenarios. But I feel like it doesn't work all the time. Like, especially where you got enemies coming from multiple sides. It's like, there's just no way that you can get it to, to hit all of the enemies. Like, if you got a group of enemies here and a group of enemies here, well, your frozen orb, you can't get them both with one frozen orb. If you could, I think the damage would be pretty comparable. But then also, frozen orb hits way more enemies.
You're stuck in an illusion created by the Haradrim. The portal will lead you through this.
I love this character. I'm very intrigued by it.
No harm will come to you here.
I'm pretty sure this is either Diablo or Mephisto. It's so cool that he brings you to Tristram. Like, this is Tristram.
Who are you?
An admirer of sorts. I saved you in the mountains. You'd lost your horse and crawled into that cave. Would have frozen to death if not for me.
Why are you helping me?
Oh, it's very simple. You want to stop Lilith, and I want you to succeed. But you'll never do that by following the Haradrim.
It's funny, I've played through all the Diablos at this point, and like, you've seen Tristram 4 times now. And yeah, it looks better than ever. I mean, it looks grotesque and horror-filled, but the graphics have definitely been improved over the years. Even more than Diablo 2 Resurrected. Which I really enjoyed, too.
Why are you telling me all this?
To warn you. A day will come when the Haradrim stumble. Don't be there when they do. The portal will lead you to that little girl you're looking for.
If this is Diablo or Mephisto, like, whatever you're doing has to be in his interest.
I like the world the way it was, without Lilith. Her little game of rebellion will only lead to chaos. You've already seen. Yes, I know you have fed her blood. Do you feel it changing? Tristram, the Haradrim of old imprisoned Diablo, the Lord of Terror beneath the earth. And then they built this town nearby. You can see how that turned out.
I love you can see like the giant demon in the background.
Back in Haradrim's illusion. Nyrel.
There you are. I think I've lost my way. The same thing happened to my mother and me earlier. The trail to the vault ends here.
And I've been playing Diablo forever. Like, I got my first PC. Like, I was a console gamer growing up in the 90s. My first console was a Nintendo. And then, you know, I got Super Nintendo, Nintendo 64. And then I remember I moved to a new house, and, like, I'd lost all my friends for the most part. And I can remember my parents were like, for Christmas, were like, you can have a big present this year. Like, we were kind of poor growing up. But I remember it was like, what do you want? And I was, like, debating between a Dreamcast and a PC. Like, and I ended up getting the PC, and I think that really changed, like, my gaming trajectory, like my life really, because like I got into IT, I got into a lot of things because of that decision.
See, the path is different now. The statue was the source of an illusion.
And like, I got my PC in Christmas of '99, and my first 2 games, it was the original Half-Life and StarCraft, and that was maybe like the best 2 starting games you could have. Like those are some of the best games of all time. And I think my 3rd game I got was like a month or 2 later. My friends talked me into buying the original Diablo. It had been out for a couple years at this point, and I think Diablo 2 had been like announced, but was still a year and some change off.
Not what I expected.
Maybe 6 months off.
Let's not give up hope. All we need is one book.
So, yeah, so I played Diablo 1 for a couple months.
Sealed shut. What of the passage over there?
Beat it, you know, me and my friends used to play all the time together, and then Diablo 2 came out, and I got that day 1. It might be the first game, other than Ocarina of Time, I can remember buying, like, day 1 on a video game. Like, my parents, we weren't rich growing up. I got maybe, like, 3 or 4 games a year, and I got Diablo day 1. I could beg my parents for it or something. I was still in high school, didn't have a job at the time, and, God, that game... I spent way too much time on that game.
This is... I think it's written in Haradrim code, and I have an idea.
I'm pretty sure that's why my
back.
grades suffered so much in high school. Like, I played a lot of Diablo 2. And then WoW came out, and I played a good amount of WoW.
Chat.
And I played Diablo 2 probably off and on for 20 years. And Diablo 3 eventually got announced. I replayed through Diablo 1 and 2 just before 3 came out. And in the last 2 years, I've played a ton of Diablo 2 with Diablo 2 Resurrected. If you you know, watch on the channel, I've got like 150 videos about Diablo 2 Resurrected. So you can see I played a lot of D2R. I've got a full playthrough of D1 on the channel that I went through maybe I think like a year ago.
The same seal as before. Should be easy.
One way to find.
Of course.
Only if you.
Fine.
What am I?
Don't you know?
I really love Diablo 1 too. It's like
Chest beats shut.
it definitely feels more of a horror experience. It's just dripping with atmosphere, and obviously the graphics don't hold up as well. I would love to see them do a faithful recreation of Diablo 1, like Diablo 2 Resurrected style. Like a few quality of life improvements would be nice, but like overall, I want that same experience. I don't know. I doubt that would ever happen, just because it's a somewhat unapproachable game, and I feel like I don't know. Well, Diablo 2 Resurrected was very faithful, so maybe. But I would love to see that. I still think Diablo 2 is my favorite. And then, of course, Diablo 3 came out, and I played Diablo 3 for a couple of years. Like, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I thought it was at release. I thought it was okay. I think the Real Money Auction House and the way that they itemized the game really hurt that game. And then with the expansion and getting rid of the Real Money Auction House and that aspect, I think helped improve the game. Though over time, like, they definitely let the itemization go crazy. Like the set items that increase your damage by thousands of percentages. I really hope that Diablo 4 doesn't turn into that. Where it's like everyone just plays with sets and that's it exclusively. I do not have enough mana. Ow. You gotta kind of time it. I'm doing it kind of poorly, but if you, like with this build, if you can get them vulnerable from your Frost Nova, and then have this item, I'm getting 30% more damage. Like if I can time it right and have full mana, you can definitely get a decent to freeze them, hit that, and then a couple of lightning, chain lightning.
Why was that demon guarding that book? I should take this back to Neyrel.
Yeah, I think Diablo 3, like I said, eventually it was improved substantially, but then they kind of broke it little by little, like the seasons and having to scale things more and more, and like the items kept getting more and more ridiculous, where like your set is what did 90% of your damage, and it wasn't your skills, it wasn't
This ledger was written by the
That's not
your build, it was just these set items and their special things that they add on to you. Alright, so now we've got to run back to town real quick. We're continuing the story quest here. I stopped for just a minute, so down until here. Thought I could
I'll explain on the way.
Alright, I don't know. I was getting some weird FPS. I had to mess around with some settings. It seemed to be when I enabled the video, and I don't know if I'm like
Rathma's
hitting
description of
the memory cap or what,
difficult
but
to understand. And the notes weren't
I might
much
have to
better.
restart here soon. I just don't want to
I
get
know how to
locked
talk
out.
with my mother again.
Oh.
The breeze, coming from the Black Lake. Do you feel it? Let's hurry.
Oops, I knocked something over. I have a mini fridge next to me full of beer, and I haven't even pulled one out yet. It'll probably make me fall asleep, though, is the only problem. Here we go, my first game on.
Mother, please, can you hear me?
My little magpie, it's you.
I can save you from this, Mother. I promise. I can learn how to...
Neyrelle, stop. I can't be saved from my own mistakes. This body is only a husk. My spirit must pass on. And you must let me go.
Mother, no. I need you.
You need to move on, Magpie, without me. But I can help you one last time before I go. You have the divine blessing. Your blood is the necessary key. Neyrelle, you were so loved.
Sorry, I killed your mom again.
The way is open. We have to go. But... do you think Lilith is even still here? It's been so long. I'm afraid she's won this one. Besides, I have to... take care of it. It's not over yet. Not for you. Lilith was after...
Let's go. This is one of my favorite, like,
place
dungeon
is
tile
full
sets.
of Lilith's hatred.
Cool looking place.
You are the last visitor to my sanctum. Though, you come too late, just as Lilith did before you. For it was my father, Inarius, who arrived here first. It unfolded as my visions foretold. How we hurtle towards the prophecy's end.
Okay. wondering, what is an augur? It's an offhand.
It started in dreams. I saw shattered images of the end of Sanctuary. The scales of a great serpent carried these visions. And so I went to visit him. My and the serpent's thoughts met, and the fragmented future was mended together. I put it down in order, and the prophecy was born.
Will he keep talking if I just keep moving? I don't want to like stand there if I don't have to.
I need to destroy the tumors to go any further.
It's not a tumor. I don't think I can go this way yet, right? Yeah, I gotta clear that first.
I'm not ready yet.
This one first. Hey, I can teleport up that small terrain difference. What do you know? I think I'm out bumping up the World Tier 2, but I think I might wait until I get to Act 2. Like my damages. It was good there for a minute, and now it's like not quite one-shotting again.
The prophecy became my burden. There were others that knew. Others that couldn't.
Oh, I guess I can't get too far. No, and it's gone. I wish it was like an audio log in some games where it's like you could just keep it playing. Like I want to hear the story, but I also want to keep moving.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm not ready yet. And I couldn't teleport across that little fissure there. Should be able to go do the sorcerer quest after this.
So I walked the gates to hell. It was only a matter of time before Inarius would discover what I'd done and come demanding the key.
I'm down here. I could get Hydra, but I think I'm gonna go for Unstable Current. I could respec though. I guess I could grab it. It's just a fun skill. Nice Blades, I tried to make it work, and after the nerf, it's kind of terrible. So I could just put another point here. This is a really good boss, like, helper. I might just throw it on there for now. Respec's so cheap. When I get down to Unstable Currents, I'll respec again, but this helps so much on bosses. I'm kind of playing this by ear. Like, I have like a general like outline, but definitely like like getting that unique with the barrier made me grab frost armor. So it's like I kind of had a picture in mind, but also wanted to be flexible enough, like depending on the items I get and kind of what direction I want to go in.
You stand in the way of the Savior. The holy blood in your veins should be boiling.
Nothing you do will change the future I saw.
I create my own destiny. And this prophecy of yours is just a small part of it. It is wider, beyond comprehension of ungrateful spawns like yourself. All you must understand is once I am victorious in hell, the high heavens will welcome me home, where I belong.
I wish it would be true, Father.
Curse this place. I'm being followed.
I kind of thought you were going to fight the serpent here, because Rathma always talks about that serpent. And then you don't. For some reason I thought that was going to be the act boss when I was going through this the first time. This is a really cool fight though. He's gonna get in here whenever the blood goes everywhere. I don't care so much about standing in that blood when I've got the armor up. And that's the end of Act 1. And I got another legendary staff. Oh, and I just got Hydra. You know what I was talking about, you know, maybe changing my build depending on the items I get? This is definitely one of those ones where I'm like, if I get that Hydra weapon, I definitely might end up using that. So the barrier is also kind of nice. I don't know. Might respect a fire for a little while.
Vigo, who did this? I have done all that was asked. The pain is gone now. This was a just punishment. A stronger man would have refused Venard's bribe. Nerel. Nerel, is she safe?
Yes, she is safe.
Our meeting is no coincidence. I came here to help. Will you give this to her for me?
I should never have taken it. It's so dark. I have repented. Do you think I was too late?
No. Not too late. The light has come to carry you home. Do you not see it, friend?
Yes. Yes. I see it now. They have come.
Vigo's my boy.
You didn't need that armor to prove your worth, friend.
One rank of all defensive skills. Well, that's cool. That saves me by respec. I get one point in all of these, so like I can definitely play around with all the defensive abilities. They'll save me, you know, multiple points unless I want to go down Frost Nova. That's cool. And then just a straight 1.4% damage, cooldown reduction, and then you got that shield. Yeah, not bad. Let's go see the end of Act 1.
Give me the key to hell. I will not ask again.
You don't need to. I saw a vision of the key lifted from my corpse, under the watchful eyes of the great serpent in my sanctum. If you are chosen as you say, it will come to pass.
It's too quiet. Where is she? Is that him? Is that Rathma?
I don't know if you would have chosen to stand beside me in this new world, Rathma. But I would have saved your place, just the same. And now, all that you might have been has been stolen from me. Stolen. This key unlocks more than the doors of hell. It unlocks our path to the future. A future made possible because of the price you paid. Your sacrifice will not have been in vain.
And that is just about the end of Act 1. We gotta go talk to the one chick. I'm kinda happy with the drop so far. Though that 20% basic skill damage is pretty awesome. I may switch over to a burning build though. No, I did get far enough for Firewall for just about two more points, and I'll I think when I get there, I'll probably respec and try a firewall build. I'll definitely hold on to both of those legendaries, though. Because I might swap back and forth, and that barrier one I think is better. Though the damage is lower on it, so it may not be worth it for that aspect. I might suck it out of there. I'm gonna hold on to it in either case for the moment. I'll decide what to do with it. So, junk.
Well struck.
I think it's 20 and 25. And I got one more level before I can do my class quest, which I really wanted to do before I got to next act. We'll get there momentarily. Where's the potion? I walked past it. Oh, it's 20. Why did I think I was able to do it? And I'm curious what happens after, like, you finish this quest. Does it basically, is it just like, alright, if you want to continue the story, now go to the Act 2 quest?
I'm not ready yet.
That was weird. Guy, like, just waiting outside of town for me. And I couldn't teleport across there. And I could teleport. It doesn't make any sense when you can and can't.
Vigo wanted you to have this.
He was a good man. And Lilith? Was she even there? Did you meet her?
Already gone by the time I arrived.
There is more. I can see that.
Lilith took a key to hell off Rathma's body.
Then it was all in vain. She's the only one who got what they wanted.
Neyrelle. She came seeking the Haradrim of legend. Seeking hope. She found neither. But her part in things was far from over. In truth, we would need her more than she needed us. Didn't seem that way at the time, though. For anyone. Inarius proved to be just as unreliable as I'd feared. His self-obsession had driven him to murder his son, Rathma. And from the corpse left behind, Lilith had taken a key to hell. Where would she use it? We could only depend on ourselves to find out.
Another rare, nice. Fire damage, close enemies, more mana. I think when I hit 20, I will respec to a fire, like a burning build that I've been wanting to test out. The double Hydra is nice for that. But yeah, I'll end the Act 1 video here. The next part will probably be up shortly after this, and will be my playthrough of Act 2, and then Act 3, and etc. So far I'm Obviously, I played through this part once before, and I've enjoyed it several times already. I am eager to continue, so I'm not going to be talking long here. But yeah, if you enjoyed this, please do like, subscribe, drop me a comment with your thoughts. If there's anything I should check out build-wise, if you noticed anything I didn't, please do let me know. Again, thank you for watching, and have a good night, everybody.